Hey there, you ever click a link to some cool software project, land on its GitHub page, and just your eyes glaze over? Well, today, we're gonna fix that. My goal is to show you how to look at any GitHub page and know exactly what you're looking at, all in under a minute. Let's do this.
Yeah, if you've ever found yourself staring at a page just like this one, packed with code and tabs and all these numbers, you're definitely not alone. It can feel like you've walked into a conversation for super geniuses, but I promise you, by the end of this quick explainer, you'll see that it's all actually laid out in a really logical way.
You know, the best way to think about a GitHub page is like the digital headquarters for a software project. Seriously, it's the public workshop, the main office, and the community bulletin board, all rolled into one. Every single thing has its own place, and once you get the layout, navigating it becomes second nature.
Okay, so the very first thing your eyes should jump to is right at the top. It's the project's name, its identity. It tells you the two most important things right off the bat. In this case, we're looking at a project from Apple, and it's called FoundationDB. Simple as that. And this format, owner/project, it's the universal calling card on GitHub. It means you instantly know who is behind the curtain. Whether it's a giant company like Apple or just a single developer working from their basement, and you know the exact name of the code you're looking at.
All right, so we know what we're looking at, but the next big question is it important? Do people actually care about this project? To figure that out, we need to check the project's vital signs, which tell us exactly how the developer community feels about it. See this number right here, next to the little star icon? For this project, it's almost 16,000. Whoa! That's our first major clue about how significant this thing is. But what does that number actually mean? A star on GitHub is so much more than a like. It's a developer giving a nod of approval. They're saying, hey, this is really useful, or this is cool, I want to keep an eye on it. A high star count like this one, that means this project has earned the respect of thousands and thousands of people. It's a major player.
Now, right next to the stars, you're going to see another number. In this case, it's 1,500. This is the fork count, and it tells a totally different, much more active kind of story.
Think of it this way. If starring a project is like admiring a painting in a museum, forking it is like taking out your own sketchbook and making a copy so you can study it, mess with it, or maybe even use it as inspiration for your own painting. It's a clear signal that someone wants to get their hands dirty with the code. So here's the difference in a nutshell, and this is key. Stars show endorsement, that's passive approval. Forks show engagement, that's active participation. One says, I like this, the other says, I want to work with this. Together, these two numbers give you this powerful at-a-glance snapshot of a project's real-world impact. Okay, so we know who owns it, and we know how popular it is. Now, where does the actual work get done? For that, we're heading to these navigation tabs up here. Think of these as the different departments in our digital headquarters. So the Code tab, that's the vault where all the files live. Issues is kind of like the public suggestion box and bug report center. Pull requests is where people line up to show the changes they've made and ask for them to be included. And discussions is the water cooler, for general chat. A quick peek at issues or pull requests will show you if there's recent activity. If you see things from the last few days, you know this project is alive and well.
Whew, okay, we've covered a lot of ground really fast. So let's just boil it all down into a super simple checklist you can use every single time you land on a new GitHub page.
And that's really it. It's a three-step scan. First, who made this and what's it called? Second, does the community actually like it, and are they building things with it? And third, is anybody home? Is this project still alive? With just those three questions, you can go from totally confused to totally informed in less than a minute.
Because really, every GitHub page tells a story. It's a story about an idea, about people working together, and about a community forming around it. You now have the key to read those stories. So the next time you land on one of these pages, take that minute. Read the signs. You never know, you might just discover your next favorite tool, or maybe even the spark for your own next big idea.